Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors and to the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone who teach and who will well. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to the 144,000 men out there, as well as the rest of the one-third that consists of men, women, and children, and the speckled birds that are scattered through all four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom. All right, it's Brother Nabala back with another lesson. Right, and this is from the People's Voice. All right, and this is an article. All right, it says it says WEF insider reveals the new 9/11 will be a global famine. All right, and it's some pretty interesting points in here, man. All right, so we're just gonna get through the article, and hopefully pull up some scriptures, man. All right. It says the global elites are planning another false flag. All right, a false flag, like meaning to orchestrate, something. It says worse than 9/11, according to the World Economic Forum insider, who claims the systemic shock caused by a devastating global famine will allow the elite to usher in a mechanism granting a tyrannical control over humanity. All right, so the these elites are pretty much they're planning to cause a global famine. All right, to allow them to pretty much have a dictatorship, over humanity, man. All right, that's pretty much their plan. So what they're really doing, pretty much is they're backing people's backs against the wall, man. And ultimately, at the end of the day, this is really to oppress the Israelites. All right, this the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So all these unrighteous decrees and all these laws that they're passing, and these wicked devices that they're planning and doing, they're ultimately it's to oppress the Israelites, man. All right, that's what this is really all about. All right, to take control, over the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But of course, you got the other nations that are involved. All right, in this. All right, but we know that this devil, it's ready to wage war. Is waging war. With the elect. All right. Matter of fact, we could get that. What is it? Let me see. What is the Revelation? Wage war. Let me see. Wage war. Damn, what was that? Salakia. I'm trying to remember. Wage war. He was wrought. Salakia. I'm trying to remember is it wrought? I know it's in the book of Revelation. Let me try this. Slakia. War against saints. Slakia. Let me see this real quick. Wage war against saints. make war. That's what it is. Revelations 13 and 7. Salakia. So Revelations 13 and 7. Let's get that. It's Revelations 13 and 7. And it says, it was given unto him to make war with the saints. All right. Given unto who? You see? Given unto, the wicked, Esau, Edom, the devil. And it says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. And the saints are the Israelites. And it says, and to overcome them. You see, to overcome them. And the power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. You see? The power was given to him, over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. All right. And pretty much, you see, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring forth. They're trying to wage war, with the saints of Yahweh Bashimah Shai. All right. And also too, have tyrannical authority, or dictatorship, over humanity as a whole. All right. And it says, let me see. Try to keep reading. No, that's pretty much the point right there, though. You see, so this devil, is waging war, with the saints, man. That's what it's really all about. It's about these global elites waging war, making these different plans, to bring forth, famines, that's going to affect, the world globally. It says, governments in WEF infiltrated European Union and have been ordered to engage war games, which simulated the upcoming global food crisis, according to the insider who warns the false flag will hit later in 2024, and when it hits, it will hit harder. All right, so pretty much, they're having military exercises. All right, for this so-called false flag, this global food crisis that's that they're going to bring forth. All right, this plan that they have. All right, that's set up. All right, it says preparations for the elite's false flag and power grab are underway, and if you've been paying attention, you can already see evidence of the deception everywhere you look. Globalist billionaire, including Mark Zuckerberg, are busy urgently building vast subterranean bunkers, and Elon Musk has warned something big is on the rise. And yeah, I remember seeing an article about that. I think on the same website. He said that something big was on the rise. He said it was going to be worse than 9/11. You see, it says it remains to be seen if he understands the gravity of the situation. It says the Russian-Ukraine war is an impact on fertilizer and grain supplies and anti-WEF farmer protests in Europe, which disrupts supermarket supply chains, have laid the groundwork for elites to capitalize on a perfect storm of global geological tension. So, this Russian-Ukrainian war pretty much, has an impact, man, on the farmers, man. Fertilizer, grain supplies, pretty much the whole agricultural. How can I say the whole agricultural scene, globally. You see, and so these devils are going to capitalize on that, man. All right. It says, as usual, the elites are wasting no time in organizing to unleash hell on humanity. You see. To release hell on humanity, man. What does that sound like to you? Let's get that. Revelations 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. All right. The heavens, it's talking about, the ye heavens, the Israelites. All right. And those that dwell and ye that dwell in them. All right. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. It says, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath a short time. All right. So this devil, man, he's coming down having great wrath, man. All right. And this is, one of his many devices and one of his many plans, that he has, to bring forth that wrath, man. It's to plan a global famine, as they say, that it's going to be, worse than 9/11. All right. And so, this devil, man, he's, he knows he has a short time, man, so he's trying to push, his agenda, as fast as possible, man, because he knows that, Yahweh Bashim Shai is getting ready to make his return. All right. And so he got to bring as much hell as possible, man. All right. And unleash as much hell as possible. All right. So that's part of this devil's great wrath, man. It says a war game and preparedness exercise was held in Brussels last month that just so happened to envision a 2024 and 2025 food shortage in Europe that sparks a major worldwide famine. All right, so pretty much, they had a military exercise, man. That was held in Brussels. I believe Brussels is somewhere in the UK. Pretty much to how can I say, like, to pretty much, simulate, a global food crisis, man. And the type of chaos that it's going to bring, and all the things that's going to come with it. You see, because that's what's going to happen, man. It's going to bring forth, a bunch of chaos and people just going crazy, sedition among men, second Ezra 15, man, it's going to bring forth that second Ezra 15, and it's going to be at a high scale, man, a high level of that, man. All right. So this is going to be global. Let me see. Here's another point right here. It says the elite learned their lesson from 9/11, the COVID pandemic, that they are not planning to allow independent media to expose their agenda or ordinary people to speak their minds on social media ever again. And that's one of their plans, because they came out with an article not too long ago. It's in Canada. They're trying to pretty much, take people reading the Bible, and people pretty much taking people, off the streets that are reading the Bible, deeming it as so-called hate speech. You see, and they came out with another article, a couple of days ago, talking about, how they have to pretty much, take down, all of the independent media, because the independent media, they expose, the corruption. You see, they expose the corruption, man. Esau Edom is wicked, man. All right. And that's what these independent medias do. They expose the agendas, man, of the wicked. All right. So, through these independent medias and, through the men of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai is, using, the men of the Lord, to expose these devils, to make Esau bare, man. All right. That's pretty much, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that. That's a good one right there. Esau bear. I have made. Damn. I know it's in the book of Jeremiah, I believe. Salakia. Joshua. I have made Esau. Let me see. Okay, as I have made Esau bear. Yep. Here we go right here. Boom. Jeremiah 49:10. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. You see, I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbor, but he is not. You see? So the Heavenly Father, man, he's exposing Esau Edom, through these independent medias, and with the men of the Lord, with the men of the Lord actually, getting into the scriptures and backing up everything, that these independent media are talking about, man. All right. So the Lord is exposing this devil, man, for all of his wicked plans, man. All right. And that's what, the men of the Lord do. The men of the Lord, the Lord puts a spirit on the man to expose these devil's plans, man. Through the scriptures, you see, and that's what we're supposed to do, man. We're supposed to expose this devil, man. Um, let's see. Let's see if there's any more other points in here. It says right here. It says, here's what we know: the elites plan to kick off the food shortage in Europe, which is historically one of the best fed regions in the world. When the dominoes begin to fall, the consequences for the rest of the world kick in. You see, the globe will be plunged into a devastating famine that will make 9/11 and COVID and the CV-19 pandemic look like a child's play. All right, so they're saying that this global famine is going to you know be something like no other time. It's going to be something that's going to be worse. More worse than 9/11. All right. It says the elite have been building up to this moment since the dying days of the CV-19 pandemic. Bill Gates suddenly moved into farming, quickly becoming America's biggest landowner. You see, and this devil man, he knows what he's doing, man. Buying up all this farmland and destroying the crops and things like that, man, to bring forth the famine as well. It says, and we have been dealing with a spate of food production fires across the U.S. and Europe, placing stress on supply chains. And I remember back in 2021, 2022, even some this year, 2023, a lot of these food processing plants and things like that, been burnt up and been on fire, man. All right, in which that's going to affect the food chain, man. You see. Let's see right here. Here are the 5 most disturbing future events outlined in detail by the global elites during a war gaming event in the heart of the EU last month. First, they are planning to engineer harvest failures. All right, so that's part of the plan of Esau Edom. You see, plan engineering harvest failure. Pretty much, It says second, they are planning to cut palm oil and blame conspiracy theorists for a fallout. You see? All right. And who are they really talking about? They're talking about, the men of the Lord right here, man. The so-called conspiracy theorists. All right. The ones that bring out the truth, the truthers, man. They're going to blame it, on them. They're going to blame a global crisis on them. You see? And what does the scriptures tell you about Esau, man? That he's the accuser of thy brethren, man. Let's get that. Accuser of thy brethren. Let's see. I don't know why, man, when I type it in. Let me see. It says, now I will come salvate the strength kingdom and the power of Hamashiach. Here we go right here. You see? This is Revelations 12 and 14. I'll start at 14. Or 15. It says, and the serpent cast out of his mouth waters as the flood after a woman, that he might... Oh, no, that's not it right there. Damn, where's it at? Accuser of thy brethren. Damn, I should have just kept on reading. Salakia, I lost it. Oh, here it is right here. Slovakia. Didn't have it highlighted. So we'll just get straight to the point. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. And who's the accuser of thy brethren? Esau Edom, which accused them before our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, day and night. You see? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. You see? And that's exactly, these devils, man, they're going to pretty much, blame. They're going to pretty much blame, this this whole global, pandemic, on so-called conspiracy theorists, but really the men of the Lord, you see? And so, that's going to bring a lot of, that's going to cause a lot of people to, to hate the men of the Lord, when these things happen, because we're going to be blamed for it. You see? It says, third, that are planning to exacerbate the fertilizer shortage even more, causing grocery prices to skyrocket. You see? Matter of fact, what's that? Let's get that in Revelations. Is it Revelations 11? Let's see. Is it Revelations 11? No. Revelation 6. And it talks about this in right here. The third seal. The third seal, the famine. You see? It talks about this right here in Revelation 6. It says, and when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And beheld, lo, a black horse. And he sat on him and had a pair of balances in his hand. You see? And those pair of balances represent judgment, and slavery, pretty much. It says, and I heard the voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. All right. So that's pretty much, getting into, hyperinflation pretty much, man. One day's work, is going to, be, one loaf of bread pretty much is going to be, a wages a day of work, man. You see? Let's see what it says in the NLT. Let me see. Here we go right here. Revelation 6, and we'll start at 5. It says, when the Lamb broke the third seal, I heard the third living being say, come. I looked up and saw a black horse riding, was holding a pair of scales in his hand. And I heard a voice from among the 4 living saying, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's wage. You see? All right. So that's going to pretty much cause, the hyperinflation, man. You see? It says, fourth, they are planning to stoke widespread chaos in the streets. You see? Matter of fact, let's get that. That's at 2nd Ezra 15 right there, because of the lack of bread, man. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. You see? Woe to the world, to them that dwell, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. All right? The sword and destruction draweth nigh. That sword. You see? Famine. Famine. This chaos, man. All right? It says the one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. You see? It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, for they shall not regard the kings nor the princes, or the course of their actions. It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right? And that's pretty much what's going on in Haiti as well, man. It says, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. And because there's pride in the cities, you see, because why? There's pride in the city, shall be troubled. You see, that's why these Babylon the Great is going to be troubled, man, because of the pride, man. All right. It says, the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor and shall destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. And that lack of bread is getting to a lack of food, man. All right. Pretty much getting into, a severe famine, man, a food shortage, man. All right. And great tribulation. You see? So that's that second Esdras right there, man. Second Esdras 15, 14 through 19, man. It says, fifth, they are preparing to deal with widespread anger directed at the elites. You see? And we just read that right there again. Let's see right here. It says, for this, there should be sedition among men, invading one another. And it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. You see? And the course of action shall stand in their hand. You see? So the people are going to get angry, man. The people are going to be angry, man, with the elites, man. A widespread anger. You see? They're going to be pissed off at the elites, man. All right? And they're going to start attacking elites. And it's going to be, they're not going to be able to really control it, man. You see? Why? Because it's going to be in the hands, of the angry nations, man. You see? Because they drank that wine, man. Let's get that. The nations. See, nations angry. See if I can find that. Nations were angry. Dang, man. I know some revelations, man. Let me see. Angry. Let me see. What are revelations? Boom. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, and they should be judged. No, not that one. Let me see. That's a good one, though. Let's get this one right here, too. It says, and the nations were angry. You see? The nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead. And it says that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants and the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. All right? But that's not the one I was looking for. Let me see if I can find it. The nations were angry. See if I can see that. The nations were angry. This one. Damn, I can't remember. What was it? The nations were angry. And the nations were angry. Let's see. Drink cup. Let me see. Oh, the nations were mad. Jeremiah 51:17. Salakia. Jeremiah 51:17. 51:7. Salakia. So it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. All right. That made all the earth drunken. You see? and the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You see? They have drinking the wine of Babylon, man. You see that golden cup of Babylon the Great. So these nations are mad, man. You know, they're angry, they're mad, man. All right, and so the people, man, are going to be pissed off at these elites, man. Bring forth, a bunch of chaos, man. But these devils, man, they're getting ready to bring all hell, man. Let's get a couple more scriptures, and we'll close out with that. So we'll get the book of Micah, or you know what? Let's get the book of Isaiah 10 and verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree in righteous decrees, and right grievous which they have prescribed." It says, "Turn aside the needy from judgment, and take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." You see? All right? And that's what these devils are doing, man. These devils are, destruction to them, man. But these devils are, prescribing, unrighteous laws, man. Planning wicked plans and devices, man. What's it called? Draconian laws and things like that, man. That are harsh and cruel, man. That's what these devils are doing. You see, and these laws that they're passing and things like that are to affect our people, man. As it says right here, the widows, you see, maybe they're prey. You see, and they rob the fatherless. You see, all right. Through Esau's laws, man. They have taken, the Israelite man, out of the families, man, of these young children, man. You see, putting the men on child support, telling the mother, that they aren't able to get, food stamps, unless the father is out of the picture. You see, those are all unrighteous decrees, man. All right. And this is what this devil is coming with more unrighteous decrees, with the draconian laws, man. All right. That's what this devil's getting ready to do, man. So let's get this. Let's get Micah 2 and 13, and we'll finish off with that. Micah 2 and verse 13. See, it says, "Woe to the oppressors." Or not 2 and 13, 2 and 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity." You see? That devise. Woe to them that plan iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. You see, it's in the power of their hand to do these things. Why? Because they were given, the sword as their blessing. You see? Esau Edom was given the sword as their blessing, man. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage." You see? That's why, the Heavenly Father got to take these devils out, man. All right. Because if not, no flesh will be saved, man. All right. So, I just thought, I will blow the trumpet on here, man. These devils are planning, something big. All right. They're planning a global, a global famine, and they're pretty much going to, blame it on so-called conspiracy theorists, man. All right. Which are the truthers, the men of the Lord, man, and, eventually, man, that's going to, cause, people, to point the finger at the men of the Lord, man. At the end, we're going to be hated. We're going to be blamed. But, that's just part of, that fiery trial, that we got to go through, man. All right. That's just what's going to happen. All right. That's going to be the test of our faith, when these times take place. All right. So, with that being said, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. All right. And this is Brother Nabala. Until the next lesson. Shalom, shalom.